Hello and welcome to the NBA Cup Championship. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me are Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. I'll tell you guys, this has become one interesting event.
Yeah, even though it's still the regular season, this is a chance to put a stake in the ground saying, hey, we're the best team in the league right now. One of these teams is going to come away with that level of confidence.
And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. So a moment now to see the story for Jalen Brunson.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Filling the perimeter spots are Castle and Vassell. And it's Fox in at the point guard. And for New York, they've got Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. So the San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. And here's Brunson outside. Good on the triple. Well, thinking back to last year, the 2024 NBA Cup Championship, the Bucks defeating the Thunder 97-81, with Giannis Antetokounmpo being named the MVP of the tournament.
Yeah, Giannis with a triple-double in that final in Vegas, but it was defense that won it for Milwaukee, holding the eventual NBA champion Thunder to just 33% from the field. OKC had just 31 points in the second half.
And here are the Knicks now after the basket by San Antonio. Here's Brunson, shot clock at 6. Bridges kicks to Anunoby. Brunson, no good. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Up top, Vassell. He's guarded by Anunoby. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And Craig, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. Wemby came up, and Coach emphasized the importance of taking a charge and digging in when his players can. He said Wemby is counting on you to be movable. If your feet are set, you may alter his course. Don't change yours. If they can stand up to this tall task, they might just curb Wemby's advantage out there. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. The free throw drops for Towns. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, the Knicks look to go a little deeper down their bench this season. To that end, they signed veterans Jordan Clarkson and Gershon Yabusele. They fortified their reserves, and they hope it will bolster their roster for another deep playoff run.
Putting them in a good position. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Now, here's Clarkson, following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. Vassell against Bridges. Hart outside, and the 3 ball is good.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Brunson against Harper. Pass to Johnson. To the inside. Stolen by Robinson. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And Hart throws it down.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now, here's Harper. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Cornette. Now Johnson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Showing he's more than just a shooter. Johnson inside.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Harper against Brunson. Clarkson on the wing. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. It's just a matter who can catch that momentum.
First quarter wrapping up here, and Clark, it's a tie ball game. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Welcome back to 2K's coverage of the Cup Championship game. We're so glad you could join us. And when you consider how the Knicks are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. In the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Harper. And it's Champagnie in at the 2 spot. Wembanyama, a screen on Clarkson. Champagnie passes to Wembanyama. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
For the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Gershon Yabusele. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. And San Antonio with the change here too. Fox is checked in. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Sohan, the pass to Harper. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. And as expected, Greg, a tight start to this NBA Cup Championship game.
And these have been the best 2 teams in this Cup competition. And really not much separates them thus far, but you just know a run's coming.
Oh, there's a reason why Sohan's a fan favorite. This man brings it.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Back to you.
Very confident. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. New York has gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Anunoby passes to McBride. Towns the screen, wide open, and the Knicks good for 2.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. RJ, we have never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama. In your opinion, what's his potential?
Wemby has so much potential, it's scary. The number one thing that can stop him from being one of the greats of all times, in my opinion, is injury. After that, there is nothing that is stopping him from being one of the most dominant physical specimens we've ever seen.
Johnson outside. And again, unable to change momentum here. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Towns kicks to Robinson. Pass to McBride. Off target from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
For the Knicks, Gershon Yabusele, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Harrison Barnes comes in for Sohan. Vassell, he's checked in for Keldon Johnson. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. Castle finds Vassell. Outside, Fox. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Anunoby. They get it back. Towns off with the layup.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Barnes dishes to Fox. Towns with the steal. Brunson outside. A 3-ball. It doesn't go for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York ahead. They lead by 2. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that matchup with the Pacers, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
That's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to... Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ball game.
I can say I've been pumped about this tournament, especially the last few weeks. But the semifinals, we're excited, and now, here we are. The champion will be crowned. Ernie, should we have a tournament between me, you, and Kenny?
I'm all for it as long as the category is jumpers. But in all seriousness, guys, one thing I've noticed already in this game is that it doesn't feel like a regular season game. And it isn't technically either, actually. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And coming up here on 2K Sports, the second half of the NBA Cup Championship. It's one you will not want to miss. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's just that good. You can plan for him, but he just makes great adjustments on the fly.
Hart is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Towns, and it's Brunson in at the 1. That's the group for Mike Brown as we get going here in the second half. Anunoby passes to Bridges. Outside, Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three, Bridges. Wembanyama with the rebound. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 2.
Okay, HB, I see you still pack a punch. That's an impressive finish.
And one thing, Richard, you note about this Spurs organization is their stability.
Yeah, the same governorship for 3 decades. The front office has been in place for almost as long. Now Mitch Johnson has taken over as coach, but it was a smooth transition, not a big shakeup.
Brunson kicks to Anunoby. Towns wide open. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Spurs leading by 3. Here's Barnes. Count it. Barnes has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Hart outside to the paint. To halt the run. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Clarkson, he's checked in for Anunoby. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These squads have been lights out this month. In 4th, the Spurs.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Brunson against Fox. Clock at 4. Right in the heart of the defense. Ha-ha! Brunson.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Second-round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Bridges, no one around him. Cans it from downtown.
When he's on, the three-pointer can be a real weapon for Bridges.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, "No matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind." Back to you, Kevin.
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Clarkson passes to Hart. Out to Brunson. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. A miss that time would have put him up. The Spurs have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Towns. Yabusele comes in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Jalen Brunson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Harrison Barnes. Johnson's checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's Harper in for Stephon Castle. And here's Clarkson for the lead. That one's not going to go. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And it's the fourth quarter of the NBA Cup Final. So close to crowning our champion. On the floor for San Antonio. In the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. Then there's Harper. Then there's Keldon Johnson. And it's Champagnie in at the shooting guard.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Towns, a screen on Harper. Outside, Robinson. Towns is doubled. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's McBride. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. The lead is 2. And that one's good. Champagnie.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Outside, Towns. Outside, Anunoby. And it misses. San Antonio leading by 4. Here's Champagnie. Wembanyama. He won't miss many from there. Wembanyama.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
A different look for New York. Hart, he's checked in for Robinson. Bridges comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now Towns. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
The free throw drops for Towns.
That's what they needed from him. Unaffected by the pressure.
Outside, Vassell. Fox. He's off from 3. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. They trail by 3. Brunson against Fox. Lets it go from 11. Rebounded by Vassell. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Fox fires, and he misses the J.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
Fox against Brunson. Cleared away by Brunson. New York shooting around 41% on the night.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Fox against Brunson.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Outside Bridges. Now Hart. Towns a screen on Barnes. Hart. And the 3 misses.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Fox. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
That is a huge shot by the lefty, and Fox is proving that he can be the go-to guy when his team needs a bucket.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Fox against Brunson. To win the game. And they've done it. We have crowned our first champions of the season, the winner of the NBA Cup.
Well, they earned that trophy, and man, the Cup certainly added another layer of excitement to the NBA calendar.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. We'll see you next time.